101.33.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
In order to experience the light, you must first embrace the darkness. Jets, Jets.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. This is Theoretically Speaking. This is a celebratory day on Theoretically Speaking this Thursday, August 14th. Man, oh man. We are inching closer and closer to the NFL season. We are literally a stone's throw from the college football season. And high school football is officially underway in this area and throughout the nation, especially we had some kickoff classics last night in the area. And the big one is tonight in West Boca, as we've got Shamada Madonna, a national powerhouse. You know who the best player in college football is, right, C-Cat, who's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos?
No, I don't. Please share.
That guy is wide receiver for the Ohio State Buckeyes, Jeremiah Smith. You know where he was playing just 2 years ago?
No.
Shamada Madonna.
I should know that, though.
They are coming up. They are coming up to West Boca tonight to take on the West Boca Bulls, who won the first state championship in high school football in this area in over a decade. And this is a showdown between two teams who have some of the best talent in all of the nation. Over under 16, 17 players who are going to play tonight at West Boca that will be playing Division I football like within the next couple of years.
I guess, yeah, it's a lot.
I'm banging the over.
Yeah, there are college offers rolling through as we speak.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there's a definitive edge both of these teams have when it comes to talent, when it comes to coaching. So that's going to be a great display. That'll be tonight on ESPN West Palm. You can listen to C-Cat live on High School Game Day as he calls the plays play-by-play from West Boca. That kicks off at what, 6:30?
6:30. We got pregame starting hot right after Russo and Rizzo at 6.
So you won't be on Russo and Rizzo today?
No, that's the beginning of me not having to do their Friday show.
Right, but this time it's Thursday. So you get a doubleheader of high school game.
That's true. I get no Russo and Rizzo Thursday or Friday this week.
Did you say your goodbyes to them at the end of yesterday's show, or did you not even realize?
I didn't even realize. Wow. I think I'm going to gain years of my life by not having to produce for those fine young gentlemen.
It legitimately could be. It legitimately could happen.
Wow.
But you know what? You're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And the only way you can get to that light at the end of the tunnel is because you went through the darkness, which was Russo and Rizzo for the past 3 days. So congratulations to you, C-Cat. You are in a much better place.
Yeah, they were complaining about people, Colin Russo thought it was sacrilege in terms of society.
Yeah.
Reclining your seat on an airplane.
No, I heard that conversation. That Colin Russo was discussing with Mike Rizzo. And I appreciate you guys for holding the line against that ridiculous
rhetoric. There's a lot of people there.
Mike Rizzo was kind of fighting it too. He kind of was.
The tires were spinning towards the end of the first and second segment.
Well, I must have missed that part because at least initially, Mike Rizzo held his ground. And my general rule of thumb on this is, thank you. I'll make the ruling. My general rule of thumb on this is, hey, Colin, if you can't deal with somebody reclining a little further back to make their plane ride a little more enjoyable, then pay the extra $15 to upgrade your seat. Or, to be honest with you, join one of those airplane loyalty programs, and sometimes they'll upgrade you for free. The dude flies and travels all the damn time. He's in and out of Connecticut. He's traveling overseas. I mean, he's got so much motion. One of these days, he might just win Motion Man of the Week. You know, when we give it out on Motion Mondays. I might just have to give it to Colin. Because the guy's all over the world.
The long storied history of Motion Man of the Week.
That's the
the inaugural member.
Yeah. What was I forget how we call it. I forget but who has the most motion of the week? And sometimes it's Colin. He's always on the go. Why is he acting so cheap? If you're gonna stay in a hostel, if you're gonna backpack it, if you're not gonna check a bag, then you can afford $25 to upgrade your seat. You also, to be honest with you, C-Cat, oftentimes, if you just get to your gate a little earlier than others, 10, 15 minutes earlier, and you walk up and you be a common and decent human being to the person at the gate. What do you call those people? So there's a name for it. Not employee, but there's a name for it. The person at the gate that calls out the boarding.
I don't know.
The gate person. Something. There's a name for it. Somebody's going to help me with this. 888-760-3776. But you just walk up, you share a pleasantry or two with them, and then you ask them politely, hey, is there any options for upgrades or potentially sitting in the exit row? And I would say that hits at about a 67%.
Wow.
Rate. Yeah.
But then again, with the airlines that I fly, it's like, yeah, you could have, you checked it online. It asked if you wanted to pick your seat, and you said no.
Right.
Gate agent's the name.
Gate agent, thank you. And you can't, my thing is, so Mike Rizzo's issue with flying, and again, everybody understands, with airport travel, we are a society. We must move in unison and lockstep. We must be good to one another so that we can proceed. Mike Rizzo talked about how I guess he was on a flight and somebody popped open some lobster tails or something and was eating it, and that was destructive for him. Like that was like an unpleasant time.
That was the real crime against humanity and not reclining your seat.
I would agree that is more disruptive than reclining your seat. The issue with me with the whole reclining of your seat thing is, number one, you have the option to do it as well, to recreate that space that the person in front of you did. Number two, you had the option to buy a seat that has more legroom. If it's such an issue that it takes over the first 2 segments of your radio show here at ESPN West Palm, then damn it, it's an issue you should resolve with a little bit of the paper that you earn by working here at ESPN West Palm.
Complaining about traffic when you get the express lane to your left.
Yes. Just pay the fee. Control the controllables. I sound like a head football coach now. Control the controllables. Don't worry about what's outside of your concern. I can't control whether or not this person in front of me reclines, but I can control whether or not I buy or ask for a more privileged seat. Did I tell you on my way back from Cleveland? I was in Cleveland last week. I was in the land, and I appreciate everybody out there in Cleveland for showing me such a good time. Shout out to our sister station at ESPN Cleveland. I saw my guy Emmett Golden. I didn't get to catch up with Goldhaber. I didn't even catch up with Big Rizzo. I didn't get to see him, but I did enjoy my time in the land. And the night before I was, set to hop on the plane and come back here to host Top 63 and get it in with y'all, I got this little buzz on my phone, little email. What's this? It's kind of late for an email. Checked it. Look now. Delta. What does Delta want with me right now?
Is your flight delayed or canceled?
Theo Dorsey, you have been upgraded to first class. Now, here's what I'll say. I didn't expect this kind of privileged treatment, nor would I assume it. But I am eternally grateful for my first time being able to fly in first class. Now, to the good people at Delta Airlines that recognize me as a person so fit for the free upgrade, I want to say thank you. Secondly, to the people at Delta that did pull the trigger on that, I would ask one little small caveat. Next time you want to upgrade me to first class, which again, I'll take it anytime. This is my first time ever flying first class CCAT. Maybe don't pick the time in which the flight is at 5 a.m. and I stayed up the previous night all the way until about 3 a.m. because CCAT, in my first expedition in first class, by the way, seat 1A.
Wow, you were shaking hands with the pilot.
I'm talking about I bet you he would have allowed me like 15 minutes flying. I was right there.
Did you get your wings?
On my first class experience, CCAT, and I got to cut the award show music for this because I don't even remember it taking off. I strapped up my seatbelt. I remember looking at the people boarding the plane as they came in because I wanted to make sure that they saw me. So I'm trying to look real proper. Like I want them to know that Big Teddy, Theo Dorsey, is here in first class. Like I don't fly nothing other than first class. I want y'all to know that right now. 1A. Like you can't enter the plane and not lock eyes with me on the way in. I wanted people to see me. But in my people watching, it was like counting sheep. At some point, I just passed out, and I did not wake up until we had wheels on the ground.
See, you didn't get first class when you wanted it. You got first class when you needed it.
Oh, my gosh. That's a long flight, too, from Cleveland. I think I had a layover in Atlanta, so from Cleveland to Atlanta. That would have been a great first class experience to just embrace.
That's like 2.5 hours. It's not that long.
That's pretty good. That's really, I mean, it's not like.
Oh, yes. To be awake for,
yes,
it's the perfect amount of time to enjoy it, but not get bored because you're still on a plane.
And mind you, the seats were I was sitting on pillows. You know, like I sunk into, like when I sat, it was like sitting on a couch. You know, the kind of couches where you sit into it and you're like, dang, it's going to be hard for me to get up from this one. Like it was that kind of feel. I was sitting on clouds and I had so much space. Like it could have been 2 Theos in that seat. You know, I'm a slim dude. 2 of me could have sat in that seat. 1 dude to the right of me, I didn't even know he was there. That's how plush and comfortable it was. I had more leg room than I knew what to do with.
Yeah, we both flew the same day. We were in the air at the same time, and I did not have a similar experience. I had middle seat. I was trying to find a way to stuff all of my belongings in a personal item because I did not pay for a carry-on or a checked bag. I ended up having to tie my shoelaces and my shoes together and wrap them around my backpack. So I was just knocking dudes' heads right and left while I was walking down the aisle. I burped out loud.
That's bad. I mean, it's better than it coming out the other way out loud.
I did like the thing where I'm yawning and then like you have your mouth wide agape.
Oh.
And I was like, "Ooh, excuse me."
So you were a bit of a nuisance.
Yes,
there's somebody on a radio station somewhere else talking about how this idiot that was sitting next to him, who looks like a knockoff Sam Hartman, was ruining their whole flight experience. Burping, yawning, stretching.
I broke down a shoebox for the shoes that I purchased where I was flying from in Chicago because I had a formal event to be at that I didn't have the attire for. But I also wanted to wear those shoes that day.
On the plane?
Afterwards.
Okay, you wanted to walk out of the airport with the dress shoes
I wanted
on.
to own them, but I also wanted to return them.
Okay.
That's why I had to keep the shoebox.
You don't need a shoebox to return shoes.
You know, this place
Looks
that
better.
this place that I've been returning shoes and belongings, they can be sticklers. I've fought some more with these people before.
Did you put tape on the bottom of them or something? How did you not mess up? Was the return successful?
Haven't happened yet. But I did wash the bottom of the shoes.
See, that's not the problem.
What?
Because, shoes have the tread on the bottom of them.
Yeah.
And if any of that tread is worn, this isn't their first rodeo. They own a shoe store for a reason. They're going to be like, oh, you wore these.
They own a department store. They're not specializing in shoes. It's
like a fifth of a department store's shoes.
I'll go to the haberdashery department and return the shoes there because they're learned in ties and belts. They don't know about the shoe game.
They're tie belt specialists, not shoes.
What? Is it illegal to wear shoes for a day and be like,
yes,
these actually aren't that comfortable? I'm going to return these. It was a bad choice.
Technically not, because if you only wore them indoors, you're fine.
Yeah.
I think not illegal. It's not like a law.
Show me the fine print where it says you can't wear shoes outside. They only give you the days, and that's really it.
You know what? We need a ruling on this. 888. Before we get into my Jets talk, because I got some great things to say. For Jets fans, stick around. We're going to be talking about Giants or Jets. Who would you rather be today? And I have some lofty things to say about that Jets program right now. But I need a ruling on CCAT right here. Because you raise an interesting point. I don't know if it's correct, and I know that we have a varied amount of people that listen to, that enjoy, theoretically speaking, some really good people, and maybe they've worked in stores or areas that can help give you insight as to how this return is going to go for you. Are you allowed to wear shoes for a day, decide that they're uncomfortable, and return them for full price? No store credit. I'm guessing you want your money back.
Yeah, that's going back to the original card, my friend.
Is this a permissible act that CCAT is looking to venture out to? Now, we know CCAT is a frugal man. I'm not gonna cast any aspersions on you. I'm not gonna act as if you bought these shoes with the intent initially.
Would never do that.
Yeah, nah, that's not you.
No, I tried them once, said, maybe this was just a bad sock to wear with this shoe.
Yeah.
So I wore them again at a high school football event. Like, oh, no, it's not the socks.
Okay.
It's the shoes. Gotta be the shoes.
Gotta be the shoes.
They gotta be returned.
Gotta be returned. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Is CCAT justified in wanting to return these shoes? And will he be successful after wearing them for a day? Also, if you've worked in that spot before and you know what to look for, can you help CCAT out so that he can make a successful return? Tell him what to like coat up? What should he shine on it? What details should he look for to make sure this return is successful?
And maybe just, I don't know, out of curious of mind, if I had white pants that I also purchased and wore them one time and I wanted to return at the same time, what would be the process for there? Because I did take the tags off.
Why'd you take the tags off?
I'm going to wear tags. People would make a mockery of me.
You got to find a way to hide them.
They go right over like the waistband.
The belt loop area? You just untuck the shirt.
And I tuck the... No.
888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Help us out right quick. I promise you, after this, we'll get to some football talk. We'll get into those Jets, Jets, maybe the Giants. But we have a giant issue on our hands here, and that's CCAT trying to make sure his return is successful. He needs to get that money back in his bank account. 888-760-3776, the Baptist Health Hotline. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has a team of foot and ankle, orthopedic surgeons, and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resource of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. Kevin is in West Palm Beach. Kevin, it's a Thirsty Thursday, the best day of the week. Welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm well. How you gentlemen doing?
My God, we are feeling great, except for CCAT has a dilemma, as you've clearly heard. He's got some shoes and some pants that he's looking to return. Do you have experience on the other side of the counter when it comes to returns at, like, department stores?
I don't have experience on the other side of the counter. However, I do have experience in the same situation as Mr. CCAT.
Talk to me.
So, long time ago, right out of college, I scheduled an interview and I didn't get the job. I bought a suit in preparation for it, so I returned the suit. That might be worse than what CCAT did.
No, dude.
Here's the thing.
Listen, man. My first football game I covered in college, same exact thing, same exact store I'm referring to today. So you are in good company, my friend.
Kevin, here's the questions about this suit. If you remember the details, did you pop the threads off of the suit jacket to let the back part hang, as well as the threads that, buttoned up the pocket square area? Like, did you do any irreversible things to said suit before you brought it back?
No, I kept it pretty standard.
Nice.
But I did get caught in the rain, so there's that.
Wow. And how did you get the successful return?
That's a great question. I just kind of walked up and told them it didn't fit, or I don't like the color. I don't remember what it was. It was a long time ago, but they took it back. But they gave me some side eye.
Yeah, of course.
They judge you.
Yeah, they know what it is. Kevin, I appreciate your call, and I appreciate you pulling up and giving that. See, sometimes it's good to just hear somebody validate your actions. Kevin is like, dude, we've all been there. I specifically have walked in your shoes, no pun intended, and I got away with it. And CK, you're a veteran to this game anyway, so you're not concerned.
Not that concerned. I just got to bite the bullet. I've got a rotating store. Like, I don't want to return it from the same store that I bought it from.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So we'll see how that goes. Sometimes I have my girlfriend do the dirty work, but she's out of town, so It's up to me. Like, I've got to go into war with the receipt in hand. That didn't say that I can't take the tags off.
Right.
Where does it say that? Please show it to me.
You really got to be super confident. You got to be like a little like
the foregone conclusion. Like, I got a couple things to do. Got to return this. Got to go pick up some Annie Ann's pretzels.
Yeah. Like, I had you're actually holding up my day right now by giving me like the second questions and whatnot.
I didn't just sit in the car and give myself a pep talk to get through the social situation. That's not what just happened in the car.
Yeah, like you didn't look in the window. You pull down the
You got this. Come on. It's just another day at the office.
You try, and then also when you walk up, it's the most awkward thing when you know you're about to return something that you probably have no business returning is the walk into the store. The walk into the store with the item in the bag at hand, because all you can think is, damn it, everybody is looking at me right now thinking, this jack.
I ain't cheap.
Bro, it is the worst feeling because you're just like.
Money, please. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And as you approach the register and the cashier's like looking around, he looks at you and he sees the stuff in your hand. He's like, this guy. This freaking guy.
Yeah, I thought about doing exchange, but
You gotta play. You do have to play it super cool.
Right.
You have to play it super cool.
I might go through the whole song and dance where I asked him, "Hey, do you have this in a different size?"
Yeah.
Like maybe next time.
Yeah. Like Lee. If you did though, like, can you put me on an alert? Like, can you put the alert list? Like, here's my email. Email me when you do get that in this size.
That's a good point.
But
yeah.
give me my money today.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I'll be right back.
I'll be back.
You'll see me.
Let me know. You let me know. I'll call you. Don't call me. Dog, we got to get to this Jets-Giants stuff, man, because I have a firm belief this year that when it comes to both teams who are at joint practices this week as they gear up for a preseason annual battle, I have so much more belief in one side than the other, and I do wonder if I am on an island by myself. The Giants they reek of desperation when it comes to their head coach and their general manager, Joe Shane. They reek of desperation when it comes to their quarterback room, Russell Wilson, looking for one last bullet point on his resume to ensure he's a first ballot Hall of Famer and he's thought of in a higher light. Jackson Dart, looking for some semblance of confidence in him so that he can become a starting quarterback after watching his stock drop pick after pick after pick in the NFL draft. That's another thing that gets overlooked. Shedeur Sanders had a historic fall and slide. Jackson Dart was also a guy that was early on and throughout the process being projected as a top 10, top 15 pick. The Giants were able to wait and trade back up into the 20s to get him. That is a team right now that at so many different positions have question marks outside of two areas. Number one receiver in Malik Neighbors and that defensive line, which, by the way, C-Cat, you love the Giants this year.
Dude, you say desperation, I say urgency.
Oh, God.
And I love that we're with a team that has a fair amount of talent. I see an urgent New York Giants football program.
Well, when I look on the other side of those joint practices and see those New York Jets, you might say urgency. I say desperation about the Giants. I think there's no question what word comes to mind out in the Meadowlands with the Mean Green. And that is competence. Competence. And it comes in the form of none other than Aaron Glenn. Just take a listen to what he had to say just a couple days ago at camp before these joint practices. Take a listen to the messaging from him and tell me about how much different this sounds and feels in comparison to the previous coaches that have been there since Rex Ryan left in 2014.
There's a number of things that I think about every morning that get me excited about being a part of this job. And plus, I just love what the hell I do. You know, so it's not hard for me, you know, to come here every day with a smile on my face, ready to work, you know, because I just love coaching football. And I love being around players. I love being around the coaches. So this is the best job in the world for me. And, like, every day I'm living my dream. So that's what it is.
The Jets have been through hell. Jets fans have experienced the darkness, and they have embraced the darkness. And it started with Todd Bowles, and it rolled into the Robert Saleh era. Oh, by the way, in between those two, Adam Gase. Adam Gase. And now, coming off of literally the pits, the shallow, the absolute depths of hell where you go through 2 years of Aaron Rodgers where somehow, some way, year one when he got injured and only played 4 snaps, ended up being better than year two when he played all 17 games. The Jets fans, like Aaron Rodgers loves to do, have embraced the darkness. And only once you've embraced the darkness can you enjoy the light. And I do feel like light is on the other side for the Jets, Jets. We're going to get into their season preview on the other side here on Theoretically Speaking as we continue our great series. It's called Teddy Two-A-Days. It's when we talk some football. It's when we pour out the profuse praises of some teams and then dunk on others. Today's two teams will be the Jets and the Jaguars. I'll get to the Jags later. The Jets will be right around the corner, giving you their Hard Rock bet total, telling you how I feel like they'll finish, and also giving you some surprising stats from throughout this last year that point to good things coming forward for the Jets. But C-Cat, when I tell you, when I listen to him, when I listen to Justin Fields, who's talking about how he's been glued to his Bible, I see how Breece Hall is not fighting and holding out for a contract, but instead willing to compete at a high level. I am absolutely, for the first time in more than a decade, confident that this is a real football program. Not saying it's going to turn into 20 wins, right? Which would be impossible. But I am saying that it's going to turn into a team that invokes confidence out of their fans. And that's enough for year one, Aaron Glenn.
Who's playing quarterback?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. You're being a jerk. But you know what? You're laughing. Who's playing quarterback? One thing we do know at Kaiser University, I just went to their practices. They're about practice number 8 or 9 in fall camp. Talked to Miles Russ. Shea Spencer's back. Mm-hmm. Shea Spencer's back at the helm. This is a team that came off of a national championship. Last year, they failed in the championship game. Shea Spencer, who was part of that national championship win, is back at the helm at quarterback. Miles Russ feeling good going into year 2. Kaiser University is a place that has more than just competence. They got a bunch of championships.
Yeah, a bunch, and we're not talking about just championships within the conference.
Yeah.
They have those, plenty of those, don't get me wrong. But when you say a lot of championships, we're talking about natties, national championships. 26 national champions. One of which was the football team 2 years ago, as you mentioned. This last semester, in the spring, the men's tennis team won their first ever NAIA title by ending a dynasty. Speaking of dynasties, well, they have one on the campus too. The men's lacrosse team, they won their 3rd straight red banner just last season. Kaiser, as a whole program, won their 5th Sun Conference Commissioners Cup. That goes to the most successful athletic department in the conference. Get the latest on the championship Kaiser Seahawk athletic programs at KUSeahawks.com. That is KUSeahawks.com, because you're going to see a lot of the names that you see under the Friday Night Lights this high school football season. You're going to see those players play for the Kaiser Seahawks after they graduate high school. And if you haven't thought about Kaiser yet as a possible college destination post-high school grad, you got to consider it now, because you get a great first-class education, you get to compete for hardware, and all of your friends and family are sitting front row watching you perform. KUSeahawks.com. Go join that athletic department that is led by the Sun Conference AD of the Year, Chris Swager, and take that next step on preparing you for life.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this
Jets, Jets. On the other side. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Groom.
Sam, 30 seconds on the clock. The Ford Summer Sales Event.
Great time to buy.
Correct. What do we have amazing deals on this summer?
Ford trucks and SUVs.
Is Ford America's all-time best-selling auto brand?
Let me think. Yeah, it is.
3 for 3.
What do I win?
You get to work at the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Amazing. I think I was going to do that anyway.
You betcha.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Elevate your drive with the new 2026 Range Rover Velar P250S, where sleek design meets powerful performance. Lease it today for just $749 a month for 36 months, with $6,995 due at signing. This is your chance to command the road in signature Range Rover style. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and make sophistication yours. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Saturday, August 23rd at 6 p.m. is Baseball, Brews, and Boom at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium, presented by Southern Eagle Distributing. For $35 in advance and $40 at the gate, fans 21 and older can enjoy the craft beer tasting event from 5 to 7 p.m. with burger and chips included, plus post-game fireworks. To find out more information about the event and to purchase tickets, stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
A lot of news coming out, a lot of motion on behalf of teams and players finding out what their punishments will be. We'll get to a lot of that here, both in the NFL and in college football. But first, I wanted to tell you about something near and dear to our hearts here at ESPN West Palm, and that is Bob Carter's Actors Rep. It was the home to our Punchline Payoff stand-up comedy show with myself, C-Cat, Dean Thomas participating. We had a heck of a night. Great showing, great crowd, and C-Cat dominated. You were the star of the night. Great performance.
You always pump my tires up with that, and you're the host, so it's hard for me to do the same to you.
Yeah, it's like you don't have a chance because I'm going to continue talking about Bob Carter's now. You don't have a chance. For more than 40 years, Actors Rep has been a creative home for bold storytelling, transformative arts, education, and local talent right here in West Palm Beach. Now this beloved nonprofit theater is in urgent need of your help. And when I say local talent, I do mean some great local talent. We had openers and a closer that night, improv specialists that rocked the show as well. I've done some drop-in improv classes there, and everything they do at Bob Carter's Actors Rep is all about the arts, all about fun, great training, a lot of laughs. We're raising $40,000 to keep the stage alive. $40,000. I'm not asking for that from you. I'm just asking whatever you can do. Every dollar counts. Donate today at GoFundMe.com/SaveActorsRep. That's GoFundMe.com/SaveActorsRep. Help us keep the curtain rising for generations to come, and let's keep the arts alive together. So important. So important are the arts, the theater, entertainment, especially in times of despair. People like to be entertained.
Of course, it's your escape.
Like to have fun. Jets fans have needed an escape past decade.
Yeah, like the butt fumble started this domino effect that has cascaded Jets fans into football sadness.
Whew.
How many years they said, the defense is good.
I know.
Just need a quarterback.
I know.
And they did that this year, right?
They did.
What?
Time for Teddy Two-A-Days. Time for our football preview. We start today with the New York Jets. Talk to me.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Man, hey, C-Cat, remember like 2 years ago this time when we were watching Hard Knocks and everybody was fawning over Aaron Rodgers and he was going to be the savior to the Jets, and he walked into that building and he said, "Oh, that Lombardi trophy is lonely."
Yeah, 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. 2 years ago.
Oh, you said this time last year.
No, 2 years ago this time, Aaron Rodgers, that Lombardi trophy's lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm going to change that.
The bad man, right?
Yeah.
No one's called him a bad man in a long time.
Is the Lombardi Trophy still like on Hinge?
What is lonely?
You know, like
by
is
definition.
Is it literally because maybe Aaron Rodgers can? He just got married. Maybe he can, help him find his a significant other.
This is a positive Jets segment, isn't it? So let's get back to the positivity that you have for the New York Football Jets.
Jets, Jets. Last season, year 2 of Aaron Rodgers, the Jets go 5-12. Ew. They started off 2-1. Things were rosy. And then they went 1-9 in the next 10 games. They would fire Robert Saleh after the London game, England game, wherever the hell they were. They also somehow won 2 fewer games in year 2 with Aaron Rodgers, where he started all 17 and had Devontae Adams, his buddy, and all of that. They won 2 fewer games than the year prior when he played 4 snaps.
That first offensive drive with Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson against the Niners in primetime TV on Monday Night Football. Jets fans will always have that to remember 2024 by, and nothing else.
Yeah, sure. 5-12, by the way. Fired your coach, fired everybody in the building, and renewed everything, and it was necessary. How about their 3 offseason moves? Their 3 most important offseason moves, starting with number 3.
Number 3.
Justin Fields. Welcome to the show. They find themselves a stopgap quarterback. I love the contract. 2 years, $40 million, $30 million guaranteed. That means that he can be a one-and-done quarterback. He could be a guy that you negotiate with in this offseason for an extension. At this point, they have a guy that at the very least you saw could win games last year, and he's fun to watch, and he has his head on straight. You just got to figure out if this former first-round pick can actually be a franchise quarterback. But it's not too risky of a play here. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, I mean, like it's setting the table a little bit.
Yeah.
You're not putting too many eggs in one basket. Makes sense.
And you paired him with his college teammate.
Sure.
And Garrett Wilson.
Number 2.
This was a big offseason move right here. Bringing in Aaron Glenn and Tanner Engstrom, both from the Lions. Tanner Engstrom's going to be the offensive coordinator. He was one of the masterminds behind that dominant run game and that fun passing game under Ben Johnson. They also get Aaron Glenn, who I told you when I met him at the owners' meetings here in Palm Beach County, and he was walking in there with this all-white linen get-up, right? A 2-piece, all-white, fresh as hell. Like, what the kids talk about the aura? or like, everybody and their mama was there. Nobody had more aura than my dog Aaron Glenn as he glided through the breakers. I became a believer then. And then I started watching some of the things that have been happening at camp, and I do think the Jets have found themselves a coach that he's not just the next coach. He's going to be the coach that pulls them out of the darkness that they've been suffering through. Speaking of the darkness.
Number 1.
Offseason moves this year. Aaron Rodgers got out of Dodge, baby.
Do you want to play football here?
Oh, I loved it. I
think that's what he said,
yes.
Right?
Do you want to play football? Straight up. And then Aaron Rodgers gives this little half-assed answer. Well, yeah, when we're done here, we're good. I'm out. Like,
no, wait. You're forgetting the fact that Aaron Rodgers had to pay for the George Washington Bridge on his way to the office. That was not comped by the New York Jets. Yeah. That was on his dime.
Aaron Rodgers had to pay his transportation into the place that employed him. So Aaron Rodgers is just like every other American. But I'm sorry, but he's Aaron Rodgers, so he gets to complain about it and go on his Pat McAfee show and do it. Like, the Jets' number 1 offseason move was getting him the hell out of town because he did nothing for you except, C-Cat, I do believe Aaron Rodgers was so historically bad. He drove that franchise so deep past the mantle, past the inner crust. He got them into the inner crust where it's nothing but flame and lava, that now that they've experienced that darkness, they have now achieved the privilege of being able to see the light. Aaron Rodgers has broken the Jets' curse.
Wow.
He did it. He did it through incompetence. Who would have saw it? He thought he was going to break the curse by being excellent on the field. Instead, he broke the curse by making them so damn bad that they were forced to change their ways and turn their franchise over to a guy like Aaron Glenn. That brings me to how their fans are feeling coming into this season. We're going to spin the fan feeling wheel. See what it lands on. And right there it is. Relieved. The fans feel relieved. And relieved is an offset of love. And they feel finally like their love for their team is being requited. They feel finally like a guy is in charge who is a experienced captain, who is a competent man, who is a culture setter. There's a sense of relief amongst Jets fans that they're not thinking, oh, can we make the playoffs? Oh, can we win a Super Bowl like they were the past 2 years because they had this false hope of Aaron Rodgers in their building. They're more so thinking, can we build a winning culture from the ground up, all revolving around that dude who is also a former Jet? Jets fans are feeling relieved, and I do not blame them for it. Let's go to their Hard Rock Bet win total. You pull up the app, you slide down, you go to the New York Jets, and you're scrolling. 5.5. That is the dirt. That is low. That is absolutely low. Now, C-Cat, when you see 5.5, which side would you pick on that?
I would take the under.
Really?
I would go under. I think that 5 wins would not be a failure of a season for the New York Jets.
Yeah, it would
so
be.
I think like 5 wins is fine.
Yeah, I know 5 wins is fine, but I do think that they won 5 wins last year and they got a quarterback upgrade this year. So we'll talk.
You think Justin Fields is a definitive quarterback upgrade?
He is.
Well, the Steelers didn't think that.
I know.
Bears didn't think that.
Clearly. But have the Steelers... Oh, I'm sorry, C-Cat. I forgot. The Steelers know exactly how to pick a quarterback. I mean, they've been doing a hell of a job.
Better than the
Mason
Jets.
Rudolph. Duck Hodges.
Better than the Jets.
Kenny Pickett.
Better than the Jets.
You're saying better than the Jets. Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, those guys are starters elsewhere right now.
Yes, and the Jets deemed them not to be material for the New York Jets.
They picked them. They picked them dudes, and at least those dudes still got jobs.
Once they got to know them more, they said, oh, you're really not for us.
The former Steelers, Kenny Pickett, is in a quarterback battle with Dylan Gabriel in a 5th-round pick and Joe Flacco. The former where the hell is Duck Hodges? Is that even his name? I'm not messing it up.
He is in a tree stand somewhere, just mowing down some mallards.
You can't criticize the Jets' quarterback decisions over the years by bringing up the Steelers as some bastion of hope. They have done nothing at the quarterback position for a decade, and that is why they're in the position they're in. And then they fooled themselves into also going with the guy that just won 5 games with a better roster last year in a weaker division.
Then I'll flip the argument and just say, oh, so the Jets are making the same decision that the Bears and the Steelers made by taking in Justin Fields.
Yes. I don't feel great about that, but I like the investment that they made into him. So let's get to my Teddy tiers. Can we get the Teddy tiers going? So Teddy tiers, the way that this works, I'm tiering the teams into 5 different tiers. We'll pop it up. The first team that I've already tiered is going to be your Denver Broncos. They are in the fun guys tier. Fun guys, that means that, we're going to enjoy watching you play. We're going to tune in a lot. It's going to be a great show, but you're non-threatening. We're not worried about you. The Jets, grab the logo, C-Cat. Get ready to pull it up. Now, pass no motion. They're better than that. Pass no Scrappy Dogs. Right there. Scrappy Dogs. The Jets are going to be a tough out. The Jets are going to be not the bottom of their division, not in the cellar, but I do think they have a chance to ascend even to the 2nd spot in their own division. They have an elite or at least near elite level defense. They have a defensive coordinator in Aaron Glenn that's coming in here after doing a masterful job with the Lions, though they got decimated throughout the season. Now he has pieces that are cornerstones at every single level. Jamie Sherwood at linebacker. Up front, don't even get me started. And, of course, you got Sauce Gardner, who just got paid. Aaron Glenn has the tools in his toolbox, and I think he also has the tools in his mind to make things work. Here's my record prediction for this Scrappy Dogs New York Jets. 8-9. 8-9.
Okay. Now
8 wins. 8 wins. The win total's 5.5. I got them winning 8. I got them finishing 2nd in the AFC East.
The big overperformance from their expectation.
Yeah, it is. But here's why, though. Can I explain myself just briefly?
Please do.
Justin Fields may have lost his job in Pittsburgh, but it also might have been the incorrect decision. He wasn't great, but he was good enough to get wins behind an elite defense. They went 4-2 in those first 6 games. And now Fields is finally getting a full offseason of work as QB1. He is working with an offensive coordinator who is going to be trying at least to accentuate the efficiencies in his game and pull back the things that he's not good at. He's repaired with his college teammate. He also is under the leadership and guidance of a guy like Aaron Glenn, who I have a lot of faith in what the direction of that program will be. Rolling this thing back a little bit, though, C-Cat, I think that team has a near elite defense that can play above expectation. And look at that division and tell me which team you're confident will be better than them. They get to play the Patriots twice. They play the Browns. They play the Dolphins twice. Of course, they're going to lose to the Bills. They'll be scrappy. It's not going to be an easy out.
I think the Dolphins will be better than Jets this year.
Why so? At what area are the Dolphins better than the Jets? The Jets have a much better defense.
On offense.
On offense,
feels like offense is pretty important in the NFL.
Okay. The offense of
They've got a better
Dolphins.
quarterback. They've got a better wide receiver,
really?
1 and 2.
Really? That offensive line has looked extra choppy with Miami. We're going to get to Miami and Teddy two-a-days in a couple of days here, too. Because also, they still can't run the ball in short game. They still can't finish drives in the red zone.
They take A-Chain out, they will.
They tried that. Jalen Wright went 0 for 4 in the red zone against the Panthers, I believe that was, in the preseason. It's absolutely ugly. That offensive line is getting no push. That defense got no better. I'm not saying that the Jets are going to be a good team. They're going to be a shifty 8-9. They're going to sneak their way into 8-9.
Okay, so they're going to beat the Bills week 18 when the Bills have clinched whatever and they're locked into their spot. 'Cause that's what they play. That would make sense.
That's what I'm saying. But the Bills likely could be sitting people. And I looked at the schedule here. Look at their last 5 games of the season. They've got the Dolphins at home in December. Come on. You can say Tua is a good quarterback, but you can't say he's good past November 15th. So I like the Jets in that one at home. By the way, they won last year with a sucky Aaron Rodgers. They got the Jaguars on the road. Toss up to me. Then you have the Saints in New Orleans. The Saints are going to be trying to get Arch Manning or whoever the hell else out of the draft. You got the Patriots at home. The Pats are being inflated because people love Mike Vrabel. That team is not a good football team still. They still got a long way to go. And you are at the Bills in Week 18, which they could be resting their starters. The Jets are going to be an 8-win team this year. I also want to say Breece Hall playing for a contract, going to be playing out of his mind. That guy is a blast. Braylon Allen behind him is going to be an absolute dog. They have a good offensive line. And let's not forget, C-Cat, 2 years ago with Zach Wilson, they won 7 games. With a worse head coach in a division that was stronger that year because the Dolphins actually were competent and the Bills were good, they won 7 games. After Zach Wilson got a whole offseason of sitting behind Aaron Rodgers and got thrusted into playing in the middle of week 1. You tell me they're not 1 win better than that team?
I'm telling you that we're going to see a lot of Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor ain't even healthy right now. I think Justin Fields can play at least 14 to 15 games for this team. He can use his legs to win games and surprise some guys. Give me the Jets to win 8 games. I'm all on Jets this year, and do not do me wrong.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this.
Little Teddy two-a-days. You're out on the Jets.
I'm not out on the Jets. I have removed the Jets from my purview. The Jets aren't worth my time.
I mean,
the Jets are out on me.
Yeah, that's not how that works. That's absolutely not how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Just your thoughts. Jets 5.5. And really, you know what? We'll play it like this because the Jets and the Giants, you're high on the Giants this year. I'm very low on them.
Playoff team.
I'm high on the Jets. The difference between those two, by the way, one of them is an extremely, 2 of the teams in the Giants division were both 1 win away from the Super Bowl. One of them won the Super Bowl. The other one was 1 win away. Mm-hmm. And then the third team is the Dallas Cowboys, who's also better than the Giants.
Yeah, and the team that was in the NFC Championship game that lost to the Eagles last year, they weren't very good the year before that. What do? They drafted a quarterback.
Oh, so Jackson Dart is your savior.
Could be. Showed a lot of moxie.
Yeah. I don't think moxie converts to the win column.
Ask Taylor Heineke that.
Ask Johnny Football that. Yeah. So I'm just going to ask the good people here on Theoretically Speaking. We have a lot of NFC East fans. We have a lot of New Yorkers in the area. I'm going to call on you. Who do you have more faith in to be successful as things currently stand between the Jets and the Giants, who are set to face off here soon? Who do you have more confidence in that they will be successful in the coming years? Not in the next 3-year span. You tell me. I got the Jets by a landslide. But you tell me how you feel. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Jets or Giants, who you riding with? C-Cat loves the Giants. I love the Jets. And it's mostly because of they don't have guys coaching for their life. They don't have players acting selfishly. They have a new culture that has been set, and they have seen darkness. They've experienced it. They've embraced it, and now they see the light. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Those are going to be some scrappy dogs. They're going to be tough out every single time. That defense is nasty. 888-760-3776. Who you like better, the Giants or the Jets? You tell us on the Baptist Health Hotline. Is joint pain affecting your quality of life? At Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, our team is experienced in traditional joint replacement surgery, as well as new, less invasive treatments with the goal of returning you to what you love as quickly as possible. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. 888-760-3776. That is the Baptist Health Hotline. Jump in. Who you got, Jets or the Giants? Ernie is in Boynton. Ernie, it's been a minute, good people. How you doing today, dog?
How are we doing, sir? How are we doing at this scorching of a day today?
It's Thursday. It's the best day, Ernie. It's the best day of the week. It is a thirsty Thursday. I'm feeling great. We got high school football tonight. I'm going to be working my tail off, but I'm going to be enjoying every minute of it. And I'm so glad to hear your voice, man. What side are you on here? Because I love the Jets. C-Cat loves the Giants.
I'm a Giants all the way. G-men. The Jets, it doesn't matter who they have coaching or doesn't, or playing. Their culture hasn't to their players yet. I don't think you said that earlier. You said that they changed the culture.
Yes.
I say they did. I agree with you in that matter. But it's the Jets. It doesn't matter. It's gonna come back to reality. It just does. For some reason, it just does. But
what gives you faith in the Giants? What gives
you
you faith in the Giants, Ernie?
What, record-wise? Oh, no. And the thing is, we got a bad schedule. Like the NFL gods were totally against us this year. We got, I think, the toughest schedule this year, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And I don't see us winning not even 4 games. I say we're in the running for the Manning kid. Oh yeah,
C-Cat.
We're in the running for that.
C-Cat, that's coming from a Giants fan. He's realistic.
Wow.
What do you have to say? Because
I am realistic.
He's banging the drum for your Giants.
I'll double down and say we'll still have a better record than the Jets.
Ooh, wow. Y'all must really think the Dolphins and the Patriots are going to be world beaters. That's my issue. And I think they're a shell of the teams that y'all believe them to be.
We have proof in concept of Vrabel making a lot out of a little in an NFL head coaching job situation. Those Titans rosters were not world beaters, made him to a playoff game-winning team. He can do that with a quarterback in Drake May and a wide receiver 1 in Stephon
Mike
Diggs.
Vrabel, Ryan Tannehill merchant. Who can't win games with Ryan Tannehill at QB?
Ernie, who's going to start more games in 2025 at quarterback, Jackson Dart or Russell Wilson?
Ooh.
Hey.
I don't know. He's kind of doing well in practice, let's say, in the OTAs, and he's looking good. Touch-wise, I've seen a couple of the passes. I've seen some of the touch passes and the deep bombs that he's been throwing. But Russell Wilson, I'm going to give him. I'm going to give him 5 games start.
Okay.
If he doesn't turn it around.
Okay.
And if he doesn't turn it around, Jackson Dart, he's going to start.
It's going to be an ugly start to a rough start to the season. Thank you, Ernie. Appreciate the call. You are good people. And speaking of touch, it sounded like somebody touched him when you asked him that question. I'm like, man, somebody get your hands off Ernie. We're talking to him. Theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
ESPN 1063 is your home for live sports presented by Hard Rock Bet, home of Inter Miami, Miami Heat, and the Miami Dolphins. Catch all the action and the biggest matchups throughout the week right here on ESPN 1063. Hard Rock Bet, it's Florida's official sports book. Try Hard Rock Bet now and receive up to $100 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. Wager terms and conditions apply. Considered by gambling. Call 1-888-ADMITTED.
Breaking news on ESPN 1063 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 1063 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 1063 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 1063 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Touchdown! Racetrack is proud to support our local high school football teams. Whether it's Friday night lights or tailgate parties, Racetrack has whatever gets you going to fuel all the gridiron excitement this fall. Grab your favorite snacks, crispy chips, delicious Nathan's hot dogs, sweet treats, or our house-made pizza slices. Don't forget to quench your thirst with a variety of ice-cold drinks. Racetrack, your one-stop shop to fuel your football Fridays.
What if every use of your debit card turns spare change into something meaningful, like growing your savings and supporting local community causes? With Flagler Credit Union's Impact Checking with Everyday Change, your spare change can have big impact. Each transaction can be rounded up to grow your savings and support nonprofits that provide meals, shelter, and essential services locally. Make an impact in your life and in your community. Open your Impact Checking account today. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Mark your calendars. On Sunday, August 24th, the Marlins are honoring a legend. Witness World Series champion and 3-time Gold Glove winner, Luis Castillo. The Marlins Hall of Fame. Arrive early for the special pregame ceremony. Then take home a limited edition baseball card bobblehead. Presented by Goya. Available to the first 8,000 fans. Then stick around as the Marlins take on the Blue Jays in an epic Sunday showdown. Get your tickets today at marlins.com/tickets.
The weather is heating up and summer is here. Stay cool with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in sports, not in your home. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the name you can trust since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Game day comfort starts now. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. At least those of you who are still left in this beautiful world. Because I've been ostracized. I just got done being absolutely ridiculed right here amongst teammates here at ESPN West Palm. I thought they were my friends. I thought we were a work family. But C-Cat, who's on the other side of the ones and twos, we just got done talking Jets. I was being all positive, all optimistic. I saw the light. I was happy. Now I'm ticked off. I'm ticked off.
It's the argument that just won't quit.
Yes, the airport stuff. I come in there to make a ruling on the seat recliner thing. And all I say is, hey, about 10% of the times I will recline my seat. And I don't make a big to-do about it. I can fall asleep with my seat straight up. A little bit of extra room. Also, I pay for the comfort to upgrade to a better seat because I got kind of longer legs. And I don't like my knees pushing up against the backs of other people's chairs. That's inconvenient for them. And now, as I was trying to define airplane inconveniences, apparently I struck a chord with the entire office, and I became like who's like a super villain? Who's the guy in Harry Potter? They don't say his name.
Voldemort.
I evolve into Voldemort right before your eyes.
You're really Sirius Black. You're a little misunderstood.
What do you mean?
Sirius Black.
That's his name. That's his real name?
I didn't say Seriously Black. I said,
yeah, I was about to say,
Sirius
what is
Black.
Now you're the villain. Zeke's the villain now. I'm not the villain anymore. He did it. He overrid me.
He's in jail. He shouldn't be. That is Sirius Black.
Okay. He's in jail?
You know, I don't want to spoil stuff.
Okay, all right. I'll watch Harry Potter later. Here's the issue. When I was listing off inconveniences that can happen on an airplane, I also said it is an inconvenience to others when somebody else's baby is crying. So, and I was like, I thought I had some companions on this. I thought people would be like, yeah, you're right. That is inconvenient. I became the worst guy in the world, and I don't understand it. You know what? I'll bring in somebody who would understand it because he has experience having kids, and I'm sure he's been on airplanes where there were other kids that didn't belong to him. We're bringing in the voice of the 305.
You might know him as the Cooper City Rattlesnake. He's the human flamethrower of Miami sports radio.
Hey, you could be a maniac without being a jerk.
The preacher of the Pat Riley gospel.
They don't complain. They don't make excuses. This is the NBA. Deal with it.
The mayor of Dolphins Delusion.
Can the Bills' offense keep up with the Dolphins' offense?
And the only guy who can go from breaking down the Panthers' power play to cutting a full-blown Ric Flair promo. Woo! Jonathan Zaslow is the voice of the 305.
That's right, he is. And he joins us here on a Thirsty Thursday, the best day of the week. Zaz, you're fresh off of national ESPN radio, and we said just stick around a little longer. Need a little more.
I just wrapped up on the network, and I immediately joined you. How are you, Theo?
I'm good, but I might not be in good standing anymore here at ESPN West Palm because in front of everybody in the office as we're having airplane debates about what inconveniences are and what's right and wrong. Thank you. All I said, Zaz, was that it is inconvenient to others when your baby is crying on the plane. I didn't say it is illegal. I didn't say we should stop doing it. I just said it is inconvenient to others. Where's your standing on that?
Yeah, I will tell you, I think I'm a good air traveler. I'm pretty easy. I'm very easygoing. All right, I'm not pretty. I'm very easygoing, and I will tell you, as someone who had to take kids on flights when they were young, no one. I don't get upset when there's a crying baby. I don't. It is inconvenient to other people, for sure. All right, like it's not convenient.
It is.
All right,
yeah, it's inconvenient.
It's certainly annoying, but I don't get upset about the crying baby because I could tell you with 1,000% certainty, no one wants that baby to stop crying more than the mother.
Yeah.
All right, like the parents want that baby to stop crying the most out of everyone, and they are likely doing everything they can to try and stop that baby from crying. So you're uncomfortable. It's annoying, but it's not even close to as uncomfortable as it's making that mother. So that's why I don't get upset about it.
All right, so
just as no one wants that baby to stop crying more than the mother or father that's carrying the baby, no one wanted that baby to exist more so than the father or the mother of the baby.
What?
I didn't make you have a kid.
Yes, that was my point. So here's the thing. This is where it started, Zaz. It started here. We're going to sound like terrible people because C-Cat and I obviously are a little younger. We don't have children. So we're speaking from a place of privilege. Mm-hmm. We can get that out of the way. Here's the thing. We were talking about the inconvenience you cause others on an airplane when you recline your seat, which is an option that is built into each jet. They give you a seat recliner. You recline it. It goes back not crazy far, just a little bit.
It's like 2 inches.
Yeah, it's not that crazy of an adjustment. And there is a picket line out there of people marching and fighting against people that recline their seats. And I'm like, sure, somebody reclining in their seat is a bit of an inconvenience, but so are these other things. And I deal with them, and it's not a whole thing I'm not going to parade or protest against it. It's not that big of an issue.
Yeah, Russo and Rizzo asked me about the plane reclining yesterday, and I have no problem with it. I really don't. Now, I think there's a way to do it where you're trying to be courteous, like I'm not snapping back my seat where, it's going to knock over someone's drink if they have their tray out. So I would like it to be done in a courteous enough fashion. You do it slowly. All right, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to have to adjust my iPad a little bit on my tray. It's not that big a deal, all right? I rarely recline my chair because I don't see the point. I can't fall asleep on planes, so it's not that big a deal to me. But person in front of me wants to recline their seat, I don't have an issue with it. Like I told you, I think people on planes, flying could be stressful. Yeah. It could certainly be exhausting. It could ruin your plans. If something goes wrong, you end up being late, and that's upsetting to people. But I just think it's so much easier to just relax and be courteous, and I fly often, all right? Starting in 2 weeks, I'm going to be flying every single week during college football season.
Yeah, we'll talk about the tour. What's the tour called again on ESPN Radio?
College Football Tailgate. Yeah. I just find it so much an easier experience flying if you're courteous. That's all.
That is true. And you try and be as courteous as possible to others while also prioritizing your own comfortability. And we all work in a society and we're working in unison. We're just trying to get from point A to point B. But C-Cat brought up a great point that I also brought up that I got absolutely ridiculed for because they said reclining your seat is an option. It is a choice and it is inconvenient to others. And I just was like, you created that baby and I didn't tell you to do that. And I also didn't tell you to bring him on the plane.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think reclining the seat's a big deal. People freak out. It's not worth freaking out. It's not that big a deal.
It's not that crazy. It's not that crazy. John DeZaslo joining us here on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3 on a Thirsty Thursday, the best day of the week. I mean, we're a few Thursdays away from kicking off the NFL season. I just got done talking with C-Cat about the Giants and the Jets and about the situations both teams are currently in. The Giants, you got Dayball and Shane literally walking on eggshells, trying to keep their jobs. You got a quarterback room that's Russell Wilson going into the twilight of his career, whereas Jackson Dart is looking for a proper start to his. And you also have a team with an owner who has put out multiple statements about the tenures of the people in charge there. So it feels a bit desperate. The Jets, who are at joint practices with them, feel like they have a breath of fresh air with Aaron Glenn, with Justin Fields as a stopgap quarterback, with a defense that I believe is bordering on elite, and they're good at every level. I told C-Cat, the Jets, I am much more confident in their success going forward than whatever the hell is going to happen with the Giants over the next few seasons. Who do you feel more confident in between these two teams, one of them being in the division with your Dolphins?
Oh, well, I think both teams are going to be really lousy this year, but going forward, I'm more confident in the Giants because I feel like they have a quarterback right now, not Russell Wilson. I feel like they have a quarterback right now who might turn into something. The Jets, I don't think Justin Fields is very good. Their backup, we're talking Tyrod Taylor here. The Jets don't have, that next quarterback. Like he's a stopgap, Justin Fields, and I suppose next year they'll draft someone. But the Giants, they got a guy who at least can give them a little bit of hope. Like I suppose there are Jets fans who Justin Fields, like we're going to be the place where he finally figures it out.
Yeah.
I feel like we've seen enough of Justin Fields to know that we've seen enough. So this is like a nothing season to me. Now I do like. If I'm a Jets fan, I like how quiet things have been.
Yes.
All right, for a change, it's nice that there isn't a whole lot going on around us right now. And Aaron Glenn, okay, fine. I'm giving him an opportunity. He may wind up being great. Maybe he's the next Dan Campbell. I don't know. Now, while I don't believe that Brian Daboll is long for that job in New York, at least there's a quarterback there who looked pretty good in preseason game number 1. I don't want to be hyperbolic about it, okay? It is just preseason. But at least you got a guy there who you're going to see a little bit this year and could give you a little bit of hope moving forward.
I would just be so shocked if Aaron Glenn doesn't, work out in a very good way for the Jets. I would be shocked if he's not their answer for at least the next 5 years, and if he doesn't set a program there that feels like one that is on an upward trajectory. I think they're actually better constructed today than both the Dolphins and the Patriots. With the defense they have, the offensive line they have, the running game that they have. They got 3 guys in the backfield that Aaron Glenn apparently loves. And then also, they didn't just bring in Aaron Glenn. They got the, not the OC, but Tanner Engstrom from the Lions, going to be the OC over there with the Jets, who's supposed to be a guy that was one of the, creators of what Ben Johnson was able to do and make that Lions offense so prolific. I feel like this year we're underestimating what the Jets can be because the last 2 years, Aaron Rodgers and his lackeys hovered over that program in such a horrendous way.
Yeah, I mean, do I think the Jets could be a team that wins 7 or 8 games?
Yeah.
I suppose.
That's all I'm saying, 8 games.
I suppose, but it doesn't mean anything big picture-wise until you have a quarterback. And, Justin Fields, I don't think is the guy long-term.
I can agree with you on that. What about your Dolphins? When I look at the division, man, I just don't see the offensive line issues. Feel like they're still there. They can't run the ball.
They couldn't run the ball on the goal line.
Yeah.
That entire series, they were opening up some pretty fat holes for Devon Achane. All right. Now when you get to the goal line, you want to be able to have a power back who can stuff it in. I think Ollie Gordon could wind up playing a role there. I hope he ends up being that guy, but it does not seem to be this bruising offensive line. All right, so I'll give you that. From what I understand, yesterday's joint practice of the Lions was apparently a disgrace. All right, like the Detroit media there, it's like they'd never seen a bad football team before. They couldn't believe how bad the Dolphins looked. And that says something considering they're covering the Detroit Lions. Right. It wasn't that long ago that the Lions are wearing the paper bags of the games, all right? And the Dolphins left them flabbergasted with their performance yesterday at the joint practice. But I will say, what I am reading coming out of today was that the Dolphins bounced back in a very big way. Apparently, the Dolphins look very good today, and the Dolphins may have won that joint practice today against the Detroit Lions. But I will tell you, I think the Dolphins are like a sneaky pick this year to be a terrible team.
Okay, yes, I'm with you. I'm actually lockstep with you on that. I feel terrible about the prospects of the Miami Dolphins. I mean, start with this. They already had a shaky defensive backfield last year. They lost all of their starters from that, and you have injuries in camp. I don't know who the hell is going to be out there playing corner and nickel for the Dolphins this year that's going to give you any kind of confidence to stop the likes of the guys they're going to have to go up against. The receivers at an all-time high right now.
There's just a lot of fires, it seems, between the Lions this week and the Bears last week, where the players on the other teams are talking about how, that team right there, I don't know if they know how to practice. That's a soft team. You got players talking out about the Dolphins and about the coach. And you got Jalen Ramsey taking shots at the coach. And you got the Tyreek Hill situation. And you got the secondary where, my God, that's not an NFL caliber secondary. It feels, and we're talking about culture still when it comes to the head coach. It just feels like there's so much going on that you can't have if you're a decent football team. I don't really know what the Dolphins are going to be this year. They could go one direction and go the other direction. That's why I say I think they might be a sneaky pick for terrible team this year.
Right. Like if I told you, there's two boxes. One of them says the Dolphins wins 12 games. The other one says they win 4 games. I would be so much quicker to jump on the 4 games box.
Yeah, I would too. 12's a lot of wins.
12 and 5.
I would. 4 is just a horrendous season, but I would click on the box with 4 before 12.
Yeah, and then you always have to, like the caveat with the Dolphins, year in and year out is asterisk if Tua stays healthy. And I thought that I fooled myself into thinking, hey, maybe this Quinn Ewers guy.
Nah, I wouldn't read too much. There's a lot of drop balls. He's out there with guys who are not even going to be in the NFL. I wouldn't look so much into that preseason. Look, he wasn't good, obviously, but I wouldn't look so deep into that performance.
Who do you think?
I'd rather him be the backup than Zach Wilson.
And that's what I was about to get to. Who do you think between Zach Wilson and Quinn Ewers? Like we've seen a lot of Zach Wilson.
No, that Zach Wilson's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, all I keep reading about is interception. He should have had a pick 6. He threw that duck out last week against Chicago.
Yeah.
And he underthrew whoever the tight end was who would have walked into the end zone with a touchdown. He underthrew him by about 6 yards. Zach Wilson's terrible. I would much rather have Quinn Ewers be the backup.
It's a weird situation.
It doesn't matter either way. Like if Tua doesn't play, team's screwed anyway.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Quinn Ewers the backup.
Jonathan Zaslow from ESPN Radio and Zaslow Show 2.0 joining us on Theoretically Speaking here as we talk a little ball, talk some Dolphins, talk the NFL. You said the Dolphins are a surprise team to be horrendous. Do you have a surprise team who can be like just really good next year, similar to what the Commanders did, similar to what the Lions did a couple of years ago, that can pop out of nowhere?
Man, that's a good question. All right. Well, I don't know if it would be a surprise team. I think Chicago's going to be a playoff team.
Oh, yeah.
Like I think Caleb Williams is going to be really good. I know we're gonna see him for the first time this weekend, and it was a whole to-do that he didn't play in the first preseason game. And from what I understand, he has not looked great in Bears training camp. He is learning a whole new system, okay, and that was the start of camp. You still got a few more weeks here. So maybe Chicago. I think Chicago's going to be a playoff team. I think they're going to finish second in that division. So I think my answer is Chicago.
Who you got first? Lions?
First in the division?
Yeah.
Still Lions. Yeah, still Lions winning.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got the Packers and Vikings duking it out to see who's not going to be last in the NFC North.
No, I think the Packers are going to be last.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is that? Now that was a shocker.
Whatever.
That was a shocker. What is that? Why anti-Packers take?
I'm not a believer in Jordan Love. I'm not on the Jordan Love train. And now look, I'm not sitting here telling you Packers are going to have a number 1 overall pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Maybe the Packers win 7 games, and they're last in divisions. That's a good division right there.
I just feel like Matt LaFleur is such a good coach. I mean, he was the last person to get anything good out of Aaron Rodgers, which I know I'm being facetious, but like that was the last time we saw Aaron Rodgers look like even a shell of his actual self. And Jordan Love has been good, but he was hurt last year. I think we judge him way too harshly.
Hey, he's already having surgery this year on his thumb. He's got a hurt thumb.
Wait till he gets healthy. Jonathan Zaslow joining us here on Theoretically Speaking, talking a little ball. What else out of Miami? I know that Zaslow Show 2.0 covers all things Miami. And is there anything else brewing out of Miami between the Marlins, the Panthers, the Dolphins, the Canes?
Well, we're just keeping track of the Dolphins, but I will say, the Marlins are what they are, but this Jacob Marcy, my goodness. I mean, last night he was 4 for 5. He had 2 home runs. He had 7 RBI. He was just called up to the big leagues less than 2 weeks ago. He was one of the prospects they got in the Luis Ariz trade. He's got a 1,400 OPS right now, and just for a little bit of context, that's better than Barry Bonds. All right. So, Jacob Marcy, granted, he was just called up, but I don't know. That's something fun to keep an eye on. Maybe this kid's going to wind up being the real deal for them.
So, Jacob Marcy just called up. How many years until he's a Yankee?
I'm trying to not think about that.
I hate that for baseball fans.
I just want to be excited about a young player. That's
I know.
all.
I hate that for baseball fans. Zaz, where can people get more of Zaslow Show 2.0 and lock in on your hot Miami takes?
Yeah, wherever you get your podcasts, just download Zaslow Show 2.0. We cover everything Miami sports Monday through Friday, and we're presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. 800-747-FREE. If you got a personal injury, you've been in an accident, they will get you the compensation you deserve. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. 800-747-FREE. 800-747-3733.
Zaz, appreciate your time. We will catch you next week and enjoy some football this weekend, dog.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. See ya.
That is Jonathan Zaslow Show 2.0, kicking it with us the right way and agreeing that, yes, you can recline on an airplane, but he also does say that maybe we should take it easy on the babies on the plane. I feel like I alienated everybody. I probably shouldn't have said it on the air because now I feel like there's fans of Theoretically Speaking. It's like, oh, I don't rock with this dude no more.
Yeah, babies on the plane can be tough. They do annoy everyone on the plane.
It's true.
You're not supposed to say anything about it.
We're not allowed to state the obvious.
In person,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not supposed to be like, hey,
no,
hey, hush. Pipe down up front.
I don't think that would work. Is the issue.
Hey, keep your tot.
And the funny thing, too, is I act as if I'm up in arms, but I don't like it. It's annoying. I am so quick to knock out on a plane, though. Like, I sleep well on a plane. I will wear my noise-canceling headphones and sleep right through it. Sometimes I wear my shades and the headphones just to, like, block out everything. So it's not that the babies keep me up, but it is a little annoying for the, like, 10 minutes that I am awake.
Yeah. It'd be a bigger problem if headphones didn't exist.
Yeah.
Then I might be tapping some parents on some shoulders, like, hey, listen, we got a plane full of people here. And everyone has shied away from doing what I'm doing right now. But you got to knock it off.
Gotta cut this out. So, I've never been in a situation.
I will.
Yeah. I've never been in a situation where I've been sitting in the same row as a crying baby.
Really? With how much you fly?
I more so mean like in the same like A, B, C. Like I'm in B and the baby's in C. I've never had that situation.
I've been like kicked by babies. Like
I've had
consistently
kids behind me.
Kicked, like no, like to my left.
Oh, to your left.
Where it is mother on the aisle seat. Baby they actually leave the middle seat empty.
And sit the baby in it.
Sit the baby in it. And when the baby gets restless, the mom will hold the baby and the baby's legs will get active.
Start
and
kicking.
I will get just like a dead leg.
And there's nothing you can do. What are you supposed to do?
No, I had to pick up the baby's like toy keys that are on the floor that fell next to my shoe.
Oh my God. Babies are such nuisances to the general population. I get it. They're nuisances to their parents all the time, but I don't like how just because the parents, and again, I say this as a person without babies. I was a baby at one time, though, so I feel like I can speak from experience.
It's true.
I don't like how just because the parents are enduring the brunt end of it means that we're not allowed to also be inconvenienced or upset with our place in the situation because the parents chose that lifestyle. I didn't.
Yeah,
not yet.
You chose to fly commercial, and that
I
was
did.
the risk that you ran by not flying private, Theo. If you flew private, you could have a assurance that there would be no baby on the plane.
That is true. If only I could just fly private like that. I want to give a shout to my guy Cody who said he missed the show. Cody in the YouTube chat. This is the Cody that dunked on me at one point. He missed the show yesterday, but he said that from 4 to 6, Russo and Rizzo sounded like some babies that were just crying on the airplane. He says he's running his errands from 2 to 4 going on from now forward.
And then also in the YouTube chat, by the way, if you want to join the show without having to call into the show,
it's easier.
Quick, pull out your phone and let us know your thoughts on sports or life.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube and do that. Theo, I'm with you on the seat stuff, says Go Charlie Go. But you can't come for the babies, bro. You're just not going to win.
I don't understand that. I really
can
don't.
understand that you won't win.
No. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand why I cannot, because I'm correct. It's like once you have a baby, or if you're fighting on the side of the people that believe babies deserve every right to cry and inconvenience everybody else, then you're impervious to facts. Like that's what there's no logic behind it. Literally in the office, at least Zaz agreed with me that babies crying on the plane are an inconvenience to others. I can't believe that all I said was it's inconvenient. Everybody in that office act like I was the devil himself. I said it is inconvenient though, right? Everybody's like, "What? You can't say
no."
that.
If I had the option to choose, I would hope there are 25 babies crying on the plane.
What? That's what you know what? And exactly, that's what they're acting like. They're acting like I'm supposed to be graced and happy and joyful that, oh my God, I can't believe I was able to be on this plane and this baby kept me up. It's like I can admit it's inconvenient, but then also admit that it's more troubling and inconvenient for the parents, and nobody's enjoying this, and we just want to get to our destination. But I don't like how I was made out to be the bad guy just for pointing that out.
A lot of grandstanding, ivory towering.
Then there were some people in the office without babies who have been, and that's the phoniness. At least CK, you're a real one.
Yeah.
You are a phony as hell if you're going to act like you understand the place of the parents. What happened was they were making the same argument as me. People pulled out the pitchforks and they turned. I shall not turn. Heck no, we won't go. I'm 10 toes down on that. I'm 10 toes Teddy. Keep your babies off the airplanes.
Well, wait.
Oh, say okay.
Okay, you went too far.
I went too far.
Like you were right before.
I was good, and then I went too far.
Right.
Can I back that up?
Yes.
Let's I'm 10 toes Teddy. Babies on the airplane are inconvenient.
There we go. That's just an indisputed fact.
It's a fact.
For everyone involved.
It is a fact.
If all things were perfect, babies would not be on airplanes.
Yes.
But all things aren't perfect.
They're not perfect.
Parents need to get them and their baby from point A to point B.
Yeah.
So it has to happen. But it's inconvenient.
It is inconvenient. And nobody loves your baby like you do. I don't love your baby. So I'm not that enthralled with the fact that he's getting to his destination. I don't even know your baby.
Your baby should have stayed home. Your baby does not want to go to Colorado. What's he got going on there?
Your baby has no business.
He knows nobody in Colorado.
He doesn't even know people in your hometown. He doesn't even know you like that. He barely knows you.
He's going to forget this trip to Colorado.
It never happened.
It's a waste of money.
It never happened.
Why is he going to Orlando to begin with? Why bring your baby to Disney World?
That's a good question.
They will never thank you for it.
Because you don't do it for the things. That's what I've heard. This debate between
you
parents.
You do it for the memories that the child is now ability to hold.
I do. This is a really heated debate, and we're not parents, so we haven't been in it.
No, I think we know enough.
But we know enough about the whole Disney World. Yeah, I think, we probably are more. Parents sometimes can be biased.
Yeah.
So we probably are more objective.
We're looking at it as an omniscient narrator.
Yeah.
Present the facts, and we will be the judge.
We should probably just teach a class to parents on parenting.
We'd know more.
Yes, as non-parents. How many people do you think we alienated in the last 2.5 minutes? Enough yet?
Ignited might be a word.
Like, is there somebody just like in their car?
I do know more about parenting than every parent in the office.
I will say this. I know more about parenting than some percentage of parents. Some percent. Is that fair?
That's
Not a
true.
lot.
There's a non-zero percentage of parents that Theo is a better parent than.
I would say near 21%. That's not crazy. There's a lot of bad parents out there. There's a lot of negligent parents. There's parents that literally get arrested and do time because of how bad they are at parenting. I'm better than them.
There's those parents that are in Breaking Bad, not the main characters, but when like Jesse Pinkman goes to the house and the kid is all dirty sitting on the couch watching him do whatever.
Technically,
the bad parents. Theo, I would trust you with my kid over those parents.
Thank you. So 21% is a pretty fair gauge. That's pretty fair. I know more about parenting and am better at parenting as a non-parent than 21% of parents.
Yeah, 21% of parents in the office, Theo, you are a better parent than them.
Yeah, there's got to be at least one or two in the office I'm better at.
We have a very diverse office.
Yes.
It's a good scope at the rest of the world.
I'm not going to assume anything.
2 out of 10 of the parents in the office, Theo, I would trust you over them parenting my child.
And that's my only point. Now that we've stopped that, we continue the happy hour on the other side. We've got to get around to hop on. We might have to get out of town because I think there might be people beating down the door to the Evan Cohen studio.
Break through the window.
This is Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
At Hurricane Grill and Wings, the wings are fresh, the drinks are cold, and the game is always on. With 30 bold wing flavors, ice-cold beer, and handcrafted cocktails, there's no better place to kick back and catch every play. Escape the ordinary. HurricaneGrillandWings.com.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Get ready, South Florida. It's the 12th annual Boca Raton Bowl. Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at FAU's Flagler Credit Union Stadium. 2 of the best group of 5 teams go head-to-head in the ultimate holiday showdown. Over 150 players have gone from this field to the NFL. Who's next? Visit BocaRatonBowl.com for the latest, including when tickets will go on sale. The 12th annual Boca Raton Bowl. Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at Flagler Credit Union Stadium.
This is the Inter Miami save of the game.
Right side of the box. This is lobbed in to the right area of the box, and a header is saved by Ustari, diving to his left and swiped it away from the far post and out of play across the end line. Oscar Ustari fully extended.
Brought to you by PNC Bank. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
The sounds of summer are all around us. Whether it's an epic pool party or that road trip you've always dreamed of. The one sound that's there for every summer moment? The sound of an ice-cold Coca-Cola. This summer, pick up a Coke at your closest retailer and enjoy. Brought to you by Coke Florida, your local Coca-Cola bottler, serving local communities for 10 years.
ESPN West Palm is on the move. Brought to you by Safebound Moving and Storage, the most trusted moving company in Florida. You're safe with Safebound.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Groom.
Sam, 30 seconds on the clock. The Ford Summer Sales Event.
Great time to buy.
Correct. What do we have amazing deals on this summer?
Ford trucks and SUVs.
Is Ford America's all-time best-selling auto brand?
Let me think. Yeah, it is.
3 for 3.
What do I win?
You get to work at the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Amazing. I think I was going to do that anyway.
You betcha.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
The St. Lucie Mets are in the home stretch, and you don't want to miss it. August brings 15 home games to Clover Park, packed with fireworks and fan favorites like $2 beer, hot dogs, soda, and popcorn on select nights. It's affordable, family-friendly fun on the Treasure Coast. And in September, playoff baseball comes to Port St. Lucie. Catch the future stars of the big leagues now. Every game is a new memory waiting to happen. Get tickets and more info at stluciemets.com.
Touchdown! Racetrack is proud to support our local high school football teams. Whether it's Friday night lights or tailgate parties, Racetrack has whatever gets you going to fuel all the gridiron excitement this fall. Grab your favorite snacks, crispy chips, delicious Nathan's hot dogs, sweet treats, or our house-made pizza slices. Don't forget to quench your thirst with a variety of ice-cold drinks. Racetrack, your one-stop shop to fuel your football Fridays.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, I need her, my babies.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
What percentage of Americans would you assume, like adult Americans, are actual parents? Just throw a number out there.
Man, in the South and in the Midwest, they have kids early and often.
Well, it only counts once. Once you become a parent, you're a parent. So it's not like how many you had. Like, what percentage of adults in America are parents?
Depending on the state you're in and the laws that are in that state.
How about you give a number? How about that? Instead of giving all these what the hell is up with you? You could never make it on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
What's an adult? 18 plus?
Let's go 21 plus. 18 plus, yeah. 18 plus, yeah.
18 plus. I think it's probably 50%.
64.
Whoa.
That's a lot. I didn't realize that there was that many adults or parents.
I guess there's a lot more people that are 30 years and older than are 18 to 30.
Right. That's a smaller, age group. And there's a lot of people. For every person, there's 2 parents. You think about that. That's kind of what resonated with me.
Are they counting like banks and stuff though?
Banks. Yeah.
If you go donate and you never meet this person or know who ended up taking the kid.
If you don't have a kid yourself, I don't know. Well, no, it wouldn't count you because I believe they use the U.S. Census, and I believe if you do a donation and you don't have any kids, you can't.
I wouldn't register as a parent. Yeah.
You have to register as a parent? I guess you would register as having a dependent.
A guardian?
Yeah. Because it's not like being a sex offender. You have to register. You're a registered sex offender. You know you have to be a registered gang member too? That's like a thing.
Wait, really?
One time I got pulled over.
Where's that
Houston.
Google Forms?
I don't know. I don't know, but this cop assumed I did. I got pulled over when I was like 17 in Houston. Was going over to this elementary school to play ball.
He used your logic against you. It's like, if you're a cop, you got to tell me. If you're in a gang, you got to tell me.
He asked me. He asked for my driver's license. The second question he asked me, he said, "Are you a registered gang offender or a gang member?"
Oh, so like if you get in trouble for being affiliated in a gang, like they can prove it. That stays with you.
Wow. What's a registered gang member?
I never filled out that paperwork.
Yeah, there's no, I didn't. If there
I
was
don't think gang members want to fill out paperwork.
Exactly. That's not like their thing. That's not like on their list of priorities. One of them is like throwing up signs and
brandish weapons at 3, and then at 4:30 we need to fill the paperwork.
Yeah. Steve, damn it. You didn't fill out your paperwork.
Oh, my gosh.
It's the second straight year this guy's unregistered.
He didn't want to get a physical.
Yeah.
When high school athletes
he doesn't like needles.
Don't get their physicals done.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the weirdest question. I didn't know how to answer it. I froze. When he asked me if I was a registered gang member, I was like, I don't know.
I think it is one of those things where if you get in trouble for it, they register you.
Okay.
You
kinda
are
like
now
a sex
in the
offender.
Yeah, you're kind of in the you're in the computer system.
Right.
We got an eye on you.
And then if I would have said yes, he's like, we told you about driving around these parts.
Right. If someone that also is a registered gang member, maybe with same descriptors geographically or associates, now you're going to get a knock at the door. Hey, do you know about him? When is the last time you've seen this guy?
It's true.
He disappeared for us after being a suspect for this crime.
I was a little bit like the young, idiotic Theo. Because I am a very happy-go-lucky, smiley, I'm a nice guy.
Being hard on yourself.
I was a little bit, I was kind of like, you think I look tough?
Oh, you thought that it was like, street cred.
I was like, yeah, y'all heard that I had a couple boys in the car. I was like, I heard they thought it was, you know what I'm saying?
So if someone said that to you today, you wouldn't take it as much of a compliment?
No, because I'm mature enough to know that the reason why the police officer was assuming I was a gang member. I was, back then I was an idiot.
He asked.
That's a weird question, C-Cat. Nobody's ever asked me that since.
Okay.
It's a weird question. You want to take a trip?
Let's do it.
The Safebound Get Around is brought to you by Safebound Moving and Storage, South Florida's most trusted moving company. You're safe with Safebound.
Safebound Get Around is our way to get to the hottest topics all across the land, from place to place, city to city. And I need the Safebound Get Around right now because our general manager, Steph, every time I walk out there into the office, she's mean mugging me and whatnot. I'm like, dude, it's like once you become a parent, you're able to just be irrational about certain things. Mm-hmm. And babies on the plane is one of those things, I guess. So I guess when I'm a parent, I'll be injected with that irrationality.
Next stop.
Our first stop at the Safebound Get Around brings us to...
No babies on the Safebound Get Around, by the way.
No, we make our own rules.
Yeah.
It's in like the paperwork that you filed to join.
You're not allowed to bring a baby on the Safebound Get Around.
You must be this tall and this old to ride the Safebound Get Around.
Yes.
So I'm sorry.
And you got to register too. So
we're in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The NCAA has informed Michigan that the organization will announce the results of its sign stealing investigation on Friday.
It's never good. It's never good when they give you like a 24-hour announcement period where they're like, hey, get ready, get set, prepare your press conference. We're dropping the results to next week. Like, imagine if you had some like results. Like, you went to the doctor, you want to see if this mole is benign. Is that the word you're looking for? Benign?
Yeah.
No, non-cancerous?
Yeah, benign.
And he gets the results. So the doctor is like, I have your results. Come into my office tomorrow and I'll tell you. That is just undoubtedly not a good sign.
Hey, I think we should talk about this in person.
Yeah.
Not over the phone.
Yeah, that's what the NCAA is telling Michigan, which makes me feel inclined. I thought this thing was behind them, by the way. It makes me feel inclined that maybe this will be somewhat of a serious punishment. I thought it would be a slap on the wrist. If you don't remember what this is all over that Connor Stallions, stuff, the Spygate Michigan stuff.
Showing up at Central Michigan in a different uniform in order to scout an opponent, because Central Michigan and Michigan, they have a pipeline there. They're allies, not enemies.
Yes, it seems like it, because they have access to the whole staff. I honestly don't think there's a punishment in the world the NCAA can levy on Michigan that will matter, because they have that national championship and they have that experience. And also, nobody takes this stuff seriously anymore. Like, there was one point where everybody in the world of college football thought that this was the most egregious crime, that this was above the Spygate stuff that the Patriots did. Now, post the Connor Stallions documentary and learning about how sign stealing is happening everywhere, it now has become somewhat of a phenomenon, somewhat of a joke. I don't think there's anything the NCAA can do that will actually sour that championship season. Like, what are you going to, suspend the coach a couple games or something? Like, I don't know what they're going to do.
I mean, it's weirdly parallel to the other sign-stealing scandal this decade.
Yeah.
Which was the Astros. That was the cheating that they were accused of and proven by doing. They won a championship in doing so.
Kept it.
And we're going to find out if the punishment is similar that the Astros got in Major League Baseball. What Michigan will suffer in college football.
What was the actual punishment? The Astros lost draft picks and got fined?
No player got suspended whatsoever.
Yeah.
Suspensions for coaches involved. That's what it was. AJ Hinch, excuse me. Alex Cora.
Yeah. And then they end up getting the upgrade at manager. They bring in Dusty Baker to clean up the mess.
Yeah, no player got suspended. That's the thing. And with Michigan, that's not going to happen either. Like, none of these guys that are on the team right now.
They're in the NFL.
The biggest thing they can do is take away bowl eligibility.
Take away bowl eligibility would be tough. Now, that would be extremely tough because that would mean no playoffs. Like, that's different than even taking away bowl eligibility in the past.
I think that should be on the table.
Wow.
I honestly think that bowl eligibility should be levied and considered, because that is the precedence. It's okay to punish current and future players for previous players.
They do that all the time.
Crimes or previous organizational crimes.
Now, here's why I don't think they'll do that. If they were going to do something that drastic, they wouldn't do it this close to the start of the season, because they would want players to have the optionality to transfer out. So if they are going to take away playoff eligibility, it'll likely be for next year. Now, again, that's extreme. We don't but the fact that they said, we got your results, we'll talk to you tomorrow, I do think it'll be something extreme. I just don't know. I really don't know how you can punish them in a way that matters.
To be fair, this was a leak, so they didn't announce this is going to be expected. The leaker, the anonymous person who leaked this information did not tell. I think the decision
So we think this
made.
leak must have came from the NCAA?
Yes, it's from inside those walls.
Okay. Because the NCAA is expected to hold a news conference early Friday afternoon to detail the findings.
Mm-hmm. The person spoke Thursday on condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to share these details.
Okay.
So they were not authorized to say they were going to announce. If it was up to the NCAA, this never would have happened, and all of a sudden it'd be a headline tomorrow, bang, bombshell.
Friday afternoon news dump.
So
maybe
that
this
makes
is a
me
nothing
feel
burger.
like, exactly.
It's a nothing burger. We've come full circle. Michigan, you're fine. Because you know what? One thing we've learned about Michigan men, they are addicted to cheating. Michigan men are, and they generally get away with it. Tom Brady, Stephen Ross, Jim Harbaugh. I mean, the list goes on. I'm sure there's other names I can't even think off top. Connor Stallions. That's one of the pillars of being a Michigan man is cheating, and then also circumventing those rules and getting away with it. Congrats.
Next stop,
Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, the land, baby. You know what? I'm going to stop acting like I don't like the land. I loved the land last week, so I'm rocking with y'all.
Well, you might like it a little bit less, because bad news out of Cleveland. Quarterback Shedeur Sanders is not expected to play in Saturday's preseason game against the Eagles. The team announced yesterday per Ian Rappaport.
I got one question.
Is that bad news or is it good news?
I got one question. See, because I was thinking this week when I heard Shedeur had a little bit of an issue, hamstring issue. I'm like, what would be better for Shedeur Sanders? To go out and perform well against the Eagles, but risk having a bad game? Or, and he wouldn't choose this route, it's the injury that's keeping him out. Or for him to be not available against the defending champions who are deep on defense, one of the best defensive teams of the past 5 years, and allow for one of those knuckleheads in that quarterback battle with you to go take on those bullets from Philly, like Dylan Gabriel or Kenny Pickett or Joe Flacco. Now, I'm trying to see, is Gabriel healthy enough as well, because he was banged up. Is he going to play? Kevin Stefanski will protect Dylan Gabriel versus the Eagles, Browns analysts suggest. If you're Shedeur Sanders, you want Dylan Gabriel to go out there and play against the Eagles and make a fool out of himself.
I don't know, man. I think that the organization isn't that dumb. Like, maybe in his endorsement deals and his public perception, Shedeur Sanders not playing works out.
Yeah.
But the closer you get to the regular season, the closer you get to a simulated regular season game. And I think that you do want those reps with the ones, as many of them as possible.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, no. Shedeur should want to play. I'm saying if he
I think the
doesn't play,
team should want him to play and want him to be healthy. And I think that it will hurt his chances at being a week 1 starter by not playing week 2.
I think he did
Preseason
enough.
week 2.
I think he did enough against a bad Panthers defense that if Gabriel goes out there and looks rough against the Eagles, 2s and 3s, that's going to be another feather in the cap for Shedeur Sanders. And then he just got to go out there and perform in week 3. Who do they have week 3?
All of these games are fake to me. They don't even exist.
I know.
But I think Flacco's starting, though. That's why I think it's predetermined that nothing happening preseason will affect the week 1 starter, in my opinion. Now, that should be.
Shedeur should start.
Well, should.
Yeah.
Should as in everything's telling you that's going to happen, or that would be best for the Browns.
It would be best for the Browns, but everything is not telling me. I've got to be honest. I'm too honest. The Browns are likely going to do the boring play, but it would be a hell of a lot better for that franchise if they started Shedeur Sanders, especially in a game against the Cincinnati Bengals, where we know they are 1-11 in weeks 1 and week 2 since Zach Taylor has taken over. They've won one week 1 or week 2 game. This is a perfect spot for the Browns to start Shedeur and get a win.
And that final dress rehearsal for the regular season in the NFL, week 3 in the preseason, it's the Rams.
Yeah, I like that. The Rams at home. Shedeur starting that game. You want to know why Shedeur starting that game?
Why?
Because the game is at home and they love ticket sales in Cleveland. You're undoubtedly going to make more money if Shedeur starts your home preseason game than not. Let the Eagles gate be weak. Don't do it to yourself. It's preseason. It's about the bread.
Our final stop of the get around, brought to you by Safebound, brings us to Kansas City, Missouri.
Hey, the motherland.
Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice is expected to have his disciplinary hearing with the NFL on September 30th. Remember, he is facing a suspension after he and another speeding driver caused a chain reaction car crash that injured multiple people in Dallas in 2024. This is true. Rice will likely be able to play the first 4 weeks of the season before any potential discipline is imposed, per Adam Schefter.
This is actually perfect scenario for the Kansas City Chiefs. And let me just lay it out why in a very quick way. Number one, Rashee Rice is Mahomes' number 1 target. He missed Rice since he went out week 3 with an injury last year and did not come back. He is the guy that Mahomes is going to look for more often than not, especially in the spots where Kelsey used to be strong at. Let me list out the 4 weeks in which Rashee Rice will be allowed to play. Versus the Chargers, divisional game against a really tough opponent. Home against the Eagles. Against the Giants the next week after that. That doesn't really matter. But then you have the Ravens. So in the first 3 weeks, you have the Chargers, Eagles, and the Ravens.
Giants are on primetime, Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, I mean that.
For what it's worth.
I mean, cool. But more specifically, you have 3 playoff teams, 1 divisional game, a Super Bowl rematch in there. You need Rashee Rice to be playing at full strength. He looks like he's healthy. He's good to go. The only thing that can stop him is the suspension. But also, the beauty for this for the Kansas City Chiefs and for Rashee Rice, if he gets suspended week 5 and on, we're talking about 4 more weeks for them to be able to get reps at camp and in practice with the guys that are supposed to be able to replace him in that role, like Jalen Royals, who the Chiefs got in the 4th round this year, who people say is Rashee Rice-esque. This is a perfect scenario for him. I do hope that the league is not soft-handed, even as a Chiefs fan, because I do believe that players speeding is an issue that needs to be addressed. This is the Baptist Health Offseason Football Report. This is Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Banyan Printing. For 47 years, the trusted partner for all your printing, mailing, and signage needs. And 2025 just brought something big to Banyan. Introducing Banyan's new press. Bigger, faster, and more competitively priced than anything you'll find anywhere in the Palm Beaches. Think variable data postcards, bulk mailings, and high-quality print on stocks up to a 24-point board. Banyan Printing. Visit banyanonline.com and discover how your business's printing materials can get bigger and better.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
It's the summer clearance event at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, and they need to sell 250 new Kias by month's end. Get up to $11,000 off MSRP. New Tellurides from $38,998, and lease the 2025 Kia K4 for just $199 a month with $34.99 due at signing. Plus, get 0% financing and up to $6,000 over KBB value for your trade. Open daily at 7:30 a.m. with no hidden fees and no surprises. Visit GreenwayKiaWestPalmBeach.com today.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Right now is the best time to upgrade because once these deals are gone, they're gone for good. Don't wait around and let someone else drive away in the Kia you've been dreaming about. Your new ride is waiting for you at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach.
With approval to KFA, stock number SG005991. MSRP $45,235. 10,000 miles per year, plus tax tag and $9.99 admin fee. Discount includes all Kia factory rebates to dealer. Negative equity refinanced. Offers don't combine. Expires 9/15/25.
In theaters now, Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four is the #1 movie in the world.
Yes! Hell yeah!
It's unlike anything Marvel has done before.
We face a danger that has threatened our family.
And now it's certified fresh.
I will not sacrifice my child for this world, but I will not sacrifice this world for my child.
And it's one of the best superhero movies of all time. Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four. In theaters now. Rated PG-13. Some material may not be suitable for children under 13.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
To help those who want to be helped but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
We address the Taylor Swift appearance on the New Heights podcast tomorrow.
Let everyone watch it.
Huh?
Gotta let everyone watch it.
Yeah,
2
we gotta
hours.
Give people time. We address C-Cat's movie excursion and parking lot pimping tomorrow. And also, I must address the fact that we are heading right off of this show to West Boca High School for the football showdown of all showdowns. There's going to be more media there at this game. Like I'm hearing it's going to be like 70, 80 different media members all trying to cover this football game. Chaminade Madonna, West Boca High School football. It's a national showcase. You're headed there now to call that game, CCAT, on ESPN 106.3 and on our YouTube page at ESPN Top 63. CCAT, I know you're going to make a pit stop first.
Yeah, because I need some fuel, both in the gasoline sense and in the food sense.
Right.
I'm going to Racetrack, baby, and you should too on your way home today, on your way out tonight, on your way into work tomorrow. Go to Racetrack. It's more than just a one-stop shop for a football tailgate, because they are everyone in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast football team's biggest fan. With whatever gets you going style of convenience, Racetrack is the go-to for all game day essentials, from ice cold drinks, salty snacks, sweet treats, and freshly made in-house pizza. A lot of options there on that freshly made pizza board. Racetrack proudly operates under the mission of making people's lives simpler and more enjoyable, serving as the one-stop shop for quality and convenience on the go. At Racetrack, you're not just a customer, you're part of the team. 7.5 million customers strong.
Yeesh.
Every year. Now, every month. That's every week. People are going to fuel up themselves and their cars at Racetrack. From Friday night lights to unforgettable touchdowns that light up the scoreboard, Racetrack, they're proud to support and fuel the passion and spirit of our young athletes. Join them this fall. Cheer on your favorite local high school football team at Racetrack. They're proud to fuel dreams by supporting our local high school teams. Together, they're making a difference.
When you are willing to accept darkness, it's only then you find the light. The New York Jets are going to pull themselves from the pits of hell that was Aaron Rodgers, that was a 14-year drought from making the playoffs. They're going to be a good football team going forward. Go in love, go in peace, go in joy.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Groom.
Sam, 30 seconds on the clock. The Ford Summer Sales Event.
Great time to buy.
Correct. What do we have? Amazing deals.